This is Mark Boyer from YoChicago.com. I'm here with Leila Zamata and
Todd Wendell.
Todd Wendell. And we are about to ascend Aqua, as you see before you. And we're going to have a look at some of the construction that's going on.
All right.
Okay, folks, now what floor are we on? We're on about the 20th floor or so?
I think we're on the 21st floor. We're actually standing on the 21st floor.
Okay. And what can you tell me about the construction that's been going on so far?
Well, we're currently standing on one of the apartment floors. The Aqua Tower is subdivided into three different products. There's the first 18 floors are a hotel. The second 50 or so floors is an apartment. And then there are condos that happen from about 56 up to about 80.
Okay. How many condos are there then?
There's 264.
264 condos, and I think it was 470 some rental apartments?
454.
454, okay.
Give or take.
Now, looking out this window behind us, we are looking down on Lakeshore East Park. Obviously, you've got great views of Navy Pier, Lakeshore Drive, and the lake beyond.
Yeah, the views out of the east side of Aqua are, as you can see, are simply spectacular. You get a view of the Lakeshore East Park, and then you'll get slivers of view of Lakeshore Drive and the lake beyond between the different development high-rises that are going up as part of the Lakeshore East development.
And
Got Millennium Park
over to the south, you can actually look right into the Pritzker Pavilion and the Michigan Avenue.
Yeah, we get a great shot of the Bean and then also Gary's Band Show. So, all to the south facade, you'll get that view.
One of the interesting things here is that, you know, even though from the exterior it looks all wavy and you see all the balconies undulating, sort of, the walls are actually pretty normal from the inside. It actually looks like a pretty standard sort of construction procedure here. Huh?
Yeah, that's a fairly decent observation. The tower, basically, if you think of it conceptually, it's basically
rectangular.
It's basically a rectangular building with a balcony edge that projects out beyond the rectangle. The edges, of course, undulate and are different on every single floor, going all the way up.
What kind of challenges do you think that poses to a contractor?
Well, with the edge condition changing on every floor, obviously the contractor has to have a different layout or a unique layout every time they pour a floor. The system they developed is actually quite unique. It's a flexible aluminum edge. They lay that out on a grid that the architect specified. And then it's poured basically to that edge. The edge obviously changes on every floor, and that aluminum edge allows them the flexibility of using the same formwork as they go up the building.
Okay. These balconies are pretty big, right? I think they extend out 10 or 12 feet in their...
Well, the balconies actually could be very big or very small, depending on the unit that you're in. The maximum extension is about 12 feet,
okay.
And that happens in about 20 places on the building. But then you could also be in a unit that has very little balcony.
Okay.
We want to go down to 3.
All right, we're heading down the 20th level down to the 3rd on the 3 elevator. And it gives us a pretty good view of some of these balconies on the outside of the building.
That wheel needs some greasing?
Yeah, what you're looking at now is basically raw concrete. All the balcony edges will be painted. There's a special kind of traffic coating that's put on the top of the balcony, and then a paint that goes in the bottom. The color will be the same. And then there will obviously be a balcony handrail that will allow people to pass through their unit onto the outside.
What's the handrail going to be made of?
The handrail is fairly simple. Jeannie Gang's whole concept was to have the handrails almost disappear. So it's a simple vertical picket. It's painted almost, it's a matte black so that it's not shiny, it doesn't reflect any sunlight. And The design intent is for that rail to basically disappear. Now that we're down to the lower floors, that balcony edge is basically fairly rectilinear, and the undulations start as you head up higher into the tower.
So we were talking about the railings before. Here's just a brief glimpse. It just looks like a fairly standard metal railing. As Todd said, it's pretty minimal. Doesn't add or detract too much from the balconies themselves.
Yeah, the one thing worth noting is the rails don't necessarily follow the slab edge. The slab edge is fairly continuous,
right.
And then the rails are cut back and are designed to, to work with the units inside. We don't want people to be able to walk out and walk around the whole floor. It'd be a bit of a privacy issue.
And walk on those little catwalks.
No.
What street is that we're looking at? Is that Columbus?
That's Columbus Drive, yeah.
Okay.
Heading south towards Grant Park.
Yeah, so this view will always remain because you'll always see down the view corridor of Columbus, and then Ann has the setback. So what people don't really understand is that you get this much Millennium Park from whatever floor you're on. Right now we're on 12.